trending in sports
with your host, Zach Beamish.
Strap yourself in
because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Hello and welcome to the CCHL. This week, I am Zach Beamish, and we are gonna get started not with this game. We got a couple games before that we need to get to. Unfortunately, I have no highlights for them. We're gonna start with Navan defeating Curl to Place 5-2. Navan put on another solid game against the Canadians. They scored twice in the first 5 minutes of the first period and twice in the last 4 minutes of the third to secure the win. Noah Carpenter had a goal and 2 assists in the win. Sebby Johnson, Colin Holmes, Gabriel Crete, and Nicholas Payone had the other Navan goals. Jaden Nelson manned the crease for the Grads, making 29 saves for the win. Canadians had goal scoring from Noah Kinlock Varga and Matthew Fair. Ian Vandenberg was in nets for Carleton Place, making 27 saves in the loss. Navan has won the season series 3-2. This was the 8th straight win for the Grads. Hawkesbury defeated Kentville 4-1, taking a game to keep pace for the race for second place. They scored 3 times in the last 4 minutes of the second. Those were goals 5-on-5, 5-on-4, and 4-on-5. Remy Gagne had 2 goals in the win for the Hawks. Aiden Stubbings and Braden Besner had the other Hawkesbury goals. Alex Fournier and Alexis Biliquet had 2 assists in the win. Caleb Chabot had a 35-save performance as well. Matthew O'Doherty had the lone Kentville goal. Jacob Barral made 22 saves in the loss. The Hawks have won the season series 3-2. Hawkesbury had won 4 straight. Pembroke defeated OJS by a score of 5-1, a very important game in the standings. They scored twice on the power play on their way to the win, with 9 penalties in the second period combined. Jason Allegria had a goal and an assist for the win. Cole Foley, Simon Murray, Easton Penna, and Cam Hicklin had the other goals for the Lumber Kings. Maverick Hayes and Ryan Parent had 2 assists. Goaltender Kevin Jones made 32 saves. Liam Lucas was the only goal scorer for the Junior Senators. Connor Shibley started the game, making 7 saves on 11 shots. Will Mazenko came in relief, making 16 saves on 17 shots. Pembroke is 2-1 against OJS this season. Now for games we have highlights for. Rockland defeating Cornwall by a score of 4-2. The Nationals taking an important game in terms of positioning. The game was tied 2-2 after the first. Then the Nats scored twice in the second and third for the win. Jaden Davis and Xavier Laurent had 2 goal performances for the win. Ben Vergette had 22 saves. Ethan Montroy and Nathan Garney had the goals for Cornwall. Donald Hickey had 24 saves in the Colts' loss. The Nationals have won the season series 3-2. Cornwall has dropped 3 straight. Moving on, Brockville defeated Navan 4-3 in overtime, a huge upset against the nationally ranked Grads from the last place Braves. The Braves led the majority of the game, conceding the tying goal midway through the third, but they would find the overtime goal a minute and 7 seconds into OT off the stick of Jesse Lumsden, who had a 2-point night. Anusha McGunson also had a goal and an assist. Thomas Cormier and Caden Buller had goals for the Braves as well. Liam Reed contributed 2 assists. Zane Spaniel had 32 saves in the win. Matthew Roy, Noel Carpenter, and Nicholas Payone had a goal and an assist. Sebby Johnson also had 2 assists. Braxton Kasongo made 22 saves in the loss. Navan has won the season series 4-1. Navan's 8-game winning streak was snapped, and Brockville's 6-game losing streak was also snapped. Moving on, Smith Falls defeated Ottawa by a score of 5-2. Smith Falls continuing their strong play against the Bogart Cup champions, reigning ones. Smith Falls outshot OGS 32-20 in the game, including 17-3 in the first period. The Bears scored 3 goals in the second period for the win. Kyle James had a goal and an assist in the win. Travis Ouellette, Trevor Foucher, Jackson Heron, and Quinn Booth had the other Bears goals. Owen Watson had 2 assists. Dawson Labra made 18 saves for the win. Michael Gallery and Ben Albright were the goal getters for OJS. Jordan Graham had assists on both goals. Connor Shibley played the first 2 periods, making 23 saves on 27 shots. Will Mazenko played the third, making 4 saves on 5 shots. The season series is tied at 2. OJS has dropped 3 straight. Moving on, Hawkesbury defeated Renfrew by a score of 7-3. Renfrew outshot Hawkesbury 56-32 in this game, but the Hawks got the goals. They got 4 goals in the first, including 2 in 29 seconds. Renfrew had 19 shots in the first and second. Remy Gagne, Alexis Billiquet, Braden Besner, Wyatt Schmidek, and Alexis Minville all had a goal and an assist in the game. Alex Fournier and Aiden Stubbins had a goal apiece. Alexis Bandu also had 2 assists. Caleb Chabot had an insane game, making 53 saves for the win. Owen Granger, Andrew Borden, and Noah Vomscheit had the Renfrew goals. Austin Fellinger had 2 assists. Nolan Lane got the start, making 11 saves on 17 shots. Lincoln Millithan came in relief in his CCHL debut, making 11 saves on 11 shots faced. The Wolves had the season series won 3-1. Hawkesbury has now won 5 straight. Moving on, Rockland defeating Nepean by a score of 1-0. The Nationals all over Nepean in the first 40 minutes. They outshot the Raiders 28-9 in the first 2 periods. Rockland's only goal came early in the second off the stick of Guillaume Labre, his 8th of the season, being the only goal of the game. Sebastian Rezar made 19 saves for his 4th CCHL shutout. Jack Adritis was the goaltender for the Raiders, 34 saves in the loss as the Nationals have won the season series 3-1. Gonna pause this right here, going over one more game. Nepean defeated Carlin Place 3-2. Unfortunately, no full hockey for this because of internet connection problems at the arena. Nepean won the first game of a back-to-back home and home on home ice. The Raiders had 2 goals in the second period on top of a first period marker to win. Oliver Band and Owen Coulter had a goal and an assist each in the win. Curtis Sturgeon had the other goal. Brady McEwen made 22 saves for the win. Will Soloway had both Carlton Place goals. Bill Gargon had an assist on both those goals. Aiden Fedema made 33 saves in the loss as Nepean has taken that season series 3-1. Moving on to this game, Navin defeated Kempville by a score of 3-2. Navin took a high shot game against the 73s. Navin got the game-winning goal 7.5 minutes into the third. Sabi Johnson, Devin Savignac, and Nicholas Payone had the Grads goals. Gabriel Crete had 2 assists. Jaden Nelson had 35 saves in the win. Tyler Melvin had a goal and an assist. Ryan Rutley had a goal as well. Dax Easter made 40 saves in the loss. Navin has won all 4 games against Kentville this season. Renfrew defeated Pembroke 6-3. Renfrew with another unleashed offensive onslaught, finding a way to win against the Lumber Kings. The Wolves were down 3-2 after 40, but scored 4 times in the third to win. Andrew Borden and Ethan Smith had a goal and an assist. Jack Dolan, Noah Vomscheit, Dean Carter, and Emmett Robillard had the other Renfrew goals. Josh Penny, Henry Wilson, and Isaac Enright had 2 assists apiece. Lincoln Mellithan got his first CCHL win in his first CCHL start. He made 36 saves. Josh Forday scored his first CCHL goal for the Lumber Kings. Liam Cardiff had a goal and an assist as well. Mikhail Kariman had the other goal. Kevin Jones played just over 51 minutes, making 42 saves on 45 shots. Jacob Morgan came in relief with 7 stops and 8 shots against. Renfrew has won the season series against Pembroke 3-1. Renfrew's 3-game losing streak was snapped. Smith Falls defeated OJS 3-1. The Bears 91 in their last 10. The goals come in all 3 periods. Trevor Foucher and Seamus Stevenson had a goal and an assist each in this game. Matthew DeMoline had the other Smith Falls goal. Dawson Labre made 27 saves for the win. Alexander Cote was the only junior senator to score. Will Mazenko had 29 saves in the loss. Smith Falls wins the season series 3-2. OJS has dropped 4 straight. Carlton Place defeated Nepean 4-1, splitting the home and home back-to-back. 2 goals in the first and second period got the win for Carlton Place, as Nepean had 44 penalty minutes. Bill Gargon had 2 goals and an assist. Will Soloway a goal and 2 assists, while Kenton Ryan had a goal and 3 assists. Ian Vandenberg made 25 saves for the Canadians. Braden Reinich was the lone Nepean goal-getter. Brady McEwen, playing on back-to-back days, made 31 saves. Nepean still wins the season series 3-2. Kempville defeated Navin by a score of 4-0. Kempville also put their weekend against the Grads. A 17-shot, 2-goal second period helped the 73s get the win. Trey Wandall got both those second period goals. Nicholas Esposito and Nick Bennett had the other 2 goals in the contest. Owen Redmond had 2 assists. Jacob Biron had a 36-save performance for his 6th shutout of the season. Jaden Nelson played just over 15 minutes of the game, making 29 saves on 33 shots. Hayden Gould came on in relief, making 7 stops, but Navan will still win the season series 4-1. Cornwall blows out Brockville 7-0, outshooting the Braves 41-13 in the process. Nicholas Brandon Ballot and Keaton Pike had 2 goals each. Christian Miron had a goal and 3 assists. Nick Greengraw and Luke Bellevaux had the other Cornwall goals. Ethan Montroy had 3 assists in the game. Tyler Modrell and Nathan Garney also had 2 apiece. Will Mazenko had the huge 13-save shutout. Zane Spaniel played just less than 53 minutes, making 29 saves on 35 shots. Dustin Rafe made 5 saves on 6 shots in relief. Cornwall has swept Braves this season. The Colts broke a 3-game losing streak. Moving on here, Rockland defeated Hawkesbury by a score of 3-2. Rockland got a big win over the Hawks. The Nationals had 22 shots second period, but with 1 goal. The Hawks got one late in the third, but could not tie the game. Anthony Hall scored twice for the Nationals. Jacob Giron had the other goal. Jaden Davis and Alex Callaway had 2 assists each. Benoit Forget made 22 saves in the win. Wyatt Schmidt-Deck and Alexis Minville had the Hawkesbury goals. Spencer Thompson had 2 assists. Dimitri Pelikos made 38 saves in the loss. Rockland has tied a season series with the Hawks at 2. Hawkesbury's 5-game winning streak was snapped. Rockland has now won 3 straight. And finally, Renfrew defeated Pembroke 8-4 in another game where Renfrew had 50 or more shots. Renfrew had 4 goals in the third to pull away. Noah Vomscheit and Jace Letourneau both with 2 goals and an assist. Andrew Morton had a goal and 3 assists. Jack Dolan and Ethan Smith both had a goal and an assist. Henry Wilson also with a tally in this game. Owen Granger and Kai Billy both had 2 assists. Lincoln Mellithan made 25 saves in the win. Jason Allegria had a goal and 2 assists in the loss. Alex Fortier, Ryan Parent, and Maverick Hayes had the other Pembroke goals. Kevin Jones made 43 saves in the loss. Renfrew has won the season series 4-1. The player of the week this week was Caleb Shabbat. He had a 2-0 record with 88 saves, a 9.57 save percentage in those 2 games for Shabbat, who has been stellar. The honorable mentions: Noah Carpenter of the Navan Grads, Remy Gagne of the Hawkesbury Hawks, and Xavier Laurent of the Rockland Nationals. But that's going to do it for the CCHL this week. Thank you so much for watching. This has been my last one, unfortunately, but it has been a lot of fun. I hope you have a great rest of your day.